Hello, welcome to Paul's Take. And this is my take on, should I get an RV or travel trailer? I don't know. I can't decide. So I want you to help me out. Let me know what I should get, especially if you have experience. Or if you're on a fence with me, we can discuss this together and try to figure it out. So if I've actually had a travel trailer, I had it for about 3 years, and then we sold it because we bought a house. We're like, yeah, we got the house. We don't need a travel trailer because we're going to be spending so much time in the house. But then after a short period of time, we missed it. We're like, we want our travel trailer back. Where, what's that light on my face? That's weird. Anyways, I don't know what that is. All right, so we want our travel trailer back. We missed it. Okay, so we're gonna get another travel trailer, or another vehicle, another RV, another something to go camping in. But we can't decide what do we want to get. Do we want to step it up this time and go for an RV, or should we just continue getting a travel trailer? Well, I can't really decide. I'm still on the fence. I'm so torn. I really am. So here's a couple of things, a couple of pros and cons. Now, like I said, I've owned a travel trailer for about 3 years. I have never owned an RV. So this is all theoretical. So theoretically speaking, this light is bothering me. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's coming from. That's weird. All right, so anyhow, the travel trailer, well, the thing I like about the travel trailer, the main thing I like about it, besides it being cheaper, is it's less complex. There's no motor, there's no transmission, there's no power steering, there's no, well, there's sort of brakes, but not the regular kind of brakes. There's not so many tires. Some travel trailers only have 2 tires. Some RVs are going to have at least 6. So it's a lot more complexity, a lot more maintenance. You know, it's not good for a vehicle to sit in one place for too long without being run. Now, I know we'll probably use it 3, 4, 5 times a year, but it's going to be sitting a lot. And that's not really good for motors, it's not good for the tires, it's not good for anything. So that is a concern of mine. It's like the major concern is the maintenance of the RV, more so than the cost. Now, the one thing I like about the RV is it's a little more tough. They seem like, it's going to be on a truck frame. It's probably built a little more sturdy. It's designed to go cross country, drive it around. It's designed for it. You can handle it. Travel trailers, some of them are kind of cheapy. Now, they're made. Some of them are actually have wood frames, and then you got to worry about leakage, which I believe all RVs have aluminum frames. So I think they're more tough. They can handle water issues. Now, of course, water is the enemy, but I don't know. I feel like travel trailers are a little more flimsy. That's what I think. I don't know. Okay, and let's see. Oh, okay, so then also the big plus about an RV is, for one, when you're cruising around, going to your destination, especially if you're going really far, you're doing like an 8-hour drive or multiple days, you're behind the wheel. Well, in a travel trailer, everybody's in a car and you're driving for a gazillion hours in the car. It's like, are we there yet? It's annoying. But in an RV, they could be in the back watching TV, taking a nap in the bed, playing cards. They can just be using a travel trailer or an RV. As you're going down the street. Might be a little bouncy, but they can do it. They can be back there making lunch, using the bathroom, whatever. They got access to the whole RV. Travel trailer, you can't be in the back of the travel trailer when you're going down the street. It's not, I don't even think it's legal. All right, so then of course, the driving experience is gonna be way better in an RV, for sure. Now, another thing that I noticed, which I didn't like about having a travel trailer, which I would assume would be better in an RV, is like the first vehicle I had towing my little travel trailer. It's only like a 20-foot travel trailer, weighed about 3,100 pounds empty, so figure 3,600 pounds. And I had an Xterra. Well, driving down the road Xterra, guess what? For one, Xterra, even though it has a 5,000 pound tow rating, it wasn't the most natural feeling for the Xterra. And also, the gas mileage was horrendous. So as it was, I was only getting maybe 15 miles per gallon when I wasn't towing anything. So now that I'm towing something, it was down to 10 miles per gallon. which is one thing for the price, which is annoying. But another thing is stopping for fuel every 100 miles. I was going about every 100 miles I had to stop for gas because it's just you fill up because you're pulling that much weight. Gas takes that big, 100 miles. That's about it. And then I moved up to a Dodge Ram 1500. Now that one, when you're pulling that, you can drive that thing. It feels like you're just driving nothing. It was very comfortable. So it wasn't like a big hassle when you're driving. It wasn't a big effort. But at the same time, the gas mileage was still horrendous. I was still only getting probably 10 or 11 miles per gallon. And the gas tank wasn't that big. So I was still, again, stopping. Maybe I had a little better because the tank was a little bigger. But I swear I was only going maybe 100, 120 miles on a tank. That's it. I mean, I didn't want to go all the way still and drive, but I kind of took it to kind of, like quarter tank or something. But I was basically stopping every 100, 120 miles or so. So that was a big draw on the travel trailer. The other, let's see here. Oh, so the big negative about an RV, which this is probably my biggest, well, besides the maintenance, that's one thing. But this might be even a bigger concern for me, is the fact that once I get to where I'm going, say if I'm going to the beach or something, I don't have a vehicle. Because once you're set up in your RV, you hook up the sewage, the power, the cable, you get the thing all leveled out, all nice and right. You got to situate it perfectly. You get the awning out. You got to put the chairs out. You're not going to want to pack that all up to go to the store and grab some snacks, or go to grab something to eat or something, or just go for a drive around the neighborhood and see what's going on. So I'll be without a vehicle. That really bothers me. Now I can, of course, tow a vehicle, but if I'm towing a vehicle, then I'm having like the same experience as a travel trailer, and as you get worse gas mileage, more strain on the vehicle, and it just seems to me like a big, I don't know, like it's like pointless. It's like if I'm going to do that, just get a travel trailer. I don't know. I'm still working on that one. Now, granted, you could like rent something. Like we usually rent golf carts anyways, but you can't take a golf cart just down the street. You can stay in the park, whatnot, which is fine, but you can't go everywhere with it. So that's to me a huge. Trying to get that light away. It's really bothersome. Anyways, that's a little better. That's a real challenge for me to get over. It's the whole vehicle. Once I get there. Now, like I said, we can rent a golf cart. You can actually rent a car, but I don't know how much that's going to be. And then we usually bring our bikes and stuff. But we still like to go shopping and stuff and drive around. So that's a problem. And then, of course, they have those vans that are not. They got the Class C and they got the Class B. The Class B are intriguing because I like the fact it's like a steel frame and everything. It seems more tough. It's more narrow. It's probably better gas mileage. Well, I know it's definitely better gas mileage. They drive really, really easy. We had those vans at work for commuter vans, and they drive a piece of cake. It's like nothing. But they're just really small on the inside. The ones I've checked out, I mean, I think if I was solo driving across the country, or maybe just with the wife, that still might be too small. I don't know. But if I'm myself, traveling across the country with my dog, the van would be great. Would probably be fine. But for more than one person, I think you need the room of a regular RV Class C, if you ask me. Class A, maybe. I personally, I don't know. For some reason, I don't care for the Class A. I just personal preference. I prefer the idea of having a Class C. That's where I'm aiming for. All right. So we got the positive on the travel trailer. More simple. It's cheaper. You can bring your vehicle, so you have your vehicle with you once you get to where you're going. So, man, I don't know. I can't decide. A minute ago, I was kind of leaning towards the RV. Now I'm kind of leaning towards the travel trailer. Okay, so one thing nice about having an RV versus a travel trailer is you're not bound to have just a vehicle that can pull the travel trailer. If you have a travel trailer, you need a truck or a big SUV or something. But if you don't like SUVs, you don't like trucks, maybe you're a sedan person. I don't know. Maybe you like small compact cars. I don't know. Or you just want more options. You want to be tied down to a certain type of car. Well, with the RV, you can have whatever you want. With a travel trailer, you still need a truck or something big to pull. Unless you can have multiple vehicles, which I guess is possible. That's a possibility for some people. But me, I don't like to have more than one vehicle. I just like one vehicle to do everything I need. Okay, so the positive for an RV. When you're traveling in style. You're cruising around. The kids are in the back. The wife's making you a sandwich. You know, it's cruising. That's the way you want to go. And then when you get somewhere, I feel like they're more sturdy, more solid. If you're in a hurricane or something, you get more weight to it. You're not going to get blown across the road. And you can probably get better range. You're not straining your personal vehicle, pulling an RV. You get the vehicle that's designed to drive with that motor, with that transmission. It's all designed for that purpose of transporting that vehicle. So it's designed for it. Okay. I think I'm still leaning right now. Oh, so we didn't talk about price. Or price. Travel trailers are cheaper, of course, for brand new. If you go to a brand new travel trailer, brand new RV, the travel trailer is going to be cheaper. Obviously, much cheaper. There's no vehicle in there. It's just a box with wheels on it. It's a couple of wheels, that's it. But it seems to me that travel trailers, they seem to deteriorate faster, right? They're made out of cheap material. I was really surprised how cheapsy the materials are, especially on the more entry-level travel trailers. It's really cheap, really flimsy, very light, very tinny. Stuff rusts like in 2 minutes, and they don't like it. They seem like after a few years, you probably got to maintain them, replace a bunch of little cheesy parts. Probably nothing very major, but they're thrown together. So I mean, when we found ours, there was like screws that they try to screw it in and pop right out. They're like the wood screws, just laying around places. I don't know. So it seems like an RV better built. So anyway, so the price. So to buy a used one, so if I were to buy a travel trailer, I'd prefer to buy a new one. Or it's hard to find. For some reason, it's hard to find used travel trailers that are in good shape. I think it's because I don't know. Not really sure why. But anyways, but you see a lot of RVs. Maybe that's saying something. Maybe people are keeping their travel trailers and getting rid of the RVs. I don't know. But I don't see too many. I think people trade them in. Maybe they're at the dealership. I don't know. But anyhow, so the price of a new travel trailer, a nice one, is probably going to be about, not say real nice. This is just for me. Like the last one we got was $15,000 for a brand new one. So the new one, but the ones that we're looking at are probably more like $20,000 to $25,000. And then if you're looking at a RV, of course a new RV is going to be at least $75,000, $80,000 for the most basic RV, which would probably be fine for me. And then go sky's the limit from there. But RVs don't hold their value nearly as well as you would think. So you can get a used one. You can get one like a 6-year-old RV that initially was probably $80,000, $90,000. You can probably pick one up for like $35,000, maybe even $30,000. And people don't drive them that much, so the miles are low, and they're probably still in good shape. I don't know. So that's kind of my thought process. It's either going to be like a $30,000 used RV or like a $20,000 to $25,000 new travel trailer. There's always a possibility of finding a used one. That's always, if I can find a nice clean used one, that would be the way to go for if I'm on a travel trailer site. But I don't know. So that's kind of my thought. So really the price isn't all that much difference. So what do you think? What should I get? I can't decide. I'm leaning towards the RV. When I'm ready, which might be another year from now, to tell you the truth. I'm hoping sooner, but I want to be completely completely debt-free before I do it, because you start buying things, and it starts adding up. When I have my travel trailer, we start, for one, you start vacation a lot more. That's going to use up money, and just you start buying things you don't normally buy. Oh man, no lights. Why did I do these? Alrighty, anyhow, that's my thought process. I know we didn't really get anywhere. What am I missing? I'm missing any other pros or cons that you thought of when you were watching this? You're like, hey, you forgot about this. Or if you have experience with one or the other, or both, especially if you have experience with both, tell me why you like one versus the other. Or if I'm pretty much on the money. And tell me why you prefer it. If you got both, or you end up buying one, let me know why you bought the one that you got. All right? Thanks for watching Paul's Take. Let me know. Help me out. I can't decide myself. I can't decide. Thanks for watching Paul's Take. Hit like, subscribe for more, and find out what I get. Hopefully sooner than later. Thanks for watching Paul's Take.